Hello, teacher. My name is Ariana Villeda. Today, I am going to present the activity about applying equivalence in translation, specifically focusing on idiomatic expressions. I am going to do it in English so I can practice. First, this is the text that we needed to extract the idiomatic expressions from. So the first step in the translation process was to read the text carefully. This helped me to understand the general context and the situation of the story. Then I understood the meaning of the text, not just by word, but the overall message, the idea. This is important because translation is not only about words, but about meaning. And I did this by using a tool such as Google Translator because sometimes I couldn't understand the complete idea. So I used Google Translate so I could understand better. Next, I identified the idiomatic expressions throughout the text. These are phrases that cannot be translated literally because they have a figurative meaning. And if we translate them literally, it can change the idea of the idiom. After that, I created a glossary, which I organized each idiom with its equivalent in Spanish. And I did this by using different resources such as um, sketch engines like Google and dictionaries to confirm meanings and find the most appropriate translations. Now, regarding our translation process, one of the main challenges that I've found is that many idioms don't have a direct translation in Spanish. Because of this, I use the equivalence instead of the literal translation. For example, the expression of pull a rabbit out of the hat. I was thinking of a similar idiom in Spanish to use it like that, but I couldn't find one. And some translations would be really literal, and I would be like, no, like we don't use that here. It's not really common. So I translated it as something close to the main idea, right? That it would be hacer algo inesperado para resolver un problema, which keeps the original idea, right? Another example would be the best laid plans often go awry, which I translated as hasta los mejores planes salen mal, since it achieves the same meaning naturally in Spanish. I also avoided expressions word by word because that would affect the comprehension and it wouldn't achieve the main purpose of this translation process. In terms of resources, tools such as dictionaries like Cambridge Dictionary was really useful, and Reverso was a tool that was really useful because it helped me to verify meanings, check the context, and compare different translation options. This helped me to choose the most accurate and natural equivalence. As you can tell here in Reverso, it helped me to see like how you use it in the context, right? It gives you examples, the definition. So first of all is checking the definition and then see some examples, how you can use them and how it gives you the translation and how you can adapt it, right, in your context. In conclusion, this activity helped me understand that translating idiomatic expressions it could be really difficult and it requires more than vocabulary. It requires analyzing the context, understanding the culture, right? How it can adapt in the culture of each country. And you have to make decisions to choose the correct translation to preserve the meaning of the expression, right? So this is it for today. Thank you so much.